Yo, what is going on, guys? Godrekton here today, bringing you another Renekton review video. And in this video, we are once again spectating YouXiaoYou, as he is kind of our one of our favorite Renekton players to spectate over here. So in the last video, we have already covered that, how he plays the. So in the last video, we did last watch. So in the last video, if you watched, we watched him play against Quinn. It wasn't the most thrilling game, but there was a lot of ways that he did play a lot differently. However, if there is a matchup that he does completely destroy under his own style, it is the Aatrox matchup. Aatrox is quite a interesting lane for Renekton players because a lot of Renekton players can either simply dominate him or they can simply just get perma-stomped by Aatrox. Aatrox is a very coin flippy style champion too, where if he does fall behind, he's completely useless. However, if Renekton falls behind, he's also completely useless. So one thing that people do struggle with is the fact that they don't really know how to manage his Q and his combos. They seem to have a lot of problems in dodging his damage and all stuff like that. And I think if there's any best reference to watch how to play against the Aatrox matchup, it is certainly watching YouXiaoYou, or even watching Freeman Warrior's latest video, which was about the Aatrox lane. So if you want to watch that, make sure to check it out in the comments below. However, for this video, we are going to be watching YouXiaoYou lane against a Aatrox player. So he has this setup right here. He has Conqueror, Alacrity, he has double adaptive here. He is once again playing on the Chinese server in this video. I'm kind of recording it from the same day, if you're wondering as well. So I'm just watching a game afterwards too. And he's still playing within the same session of when it was recorded in the 20th. So here's the setup anyways. Pretty decent setup against the Aatrox. He goes double adaptive. So he has a lot of Q damage early, has a lot of extra, AD on top of his abilities. He has attack speed too, to manage between his auto attacks and everything else. Straight away, he's already starting D-Blade. There is definitely a lot of ways you can start the Aatrox lane. Personally, I like going Longsword the most because you're able to snowball very effectively and very hard. Especially with an Ignite playstyle too. But here, YouXiaoYou likes to take the teleport. Nothing wrong with that. Teleport can be really good because I think Renekton already does pretty good into Aatrox. However, if he just has a teleport on top of that, he can end up just being anywhere on the map and also carrying the lead that he's going to gain from this matchup and just snowball the map completely. But I am definitely interested about this Doran's Blade start though. Because I don't really ever do this or even see anyone do it anymore. As a matter of fact, that's a top Renekton player, Unless it's someone that's kind of testing the waters in between items. But most often, just going longsword refillable is the best cost-effective start because you don't need to buy potions. You can have a longsword to snowball into the rest of your items, like a dirk, or go into towards a pickaxe if you can stay in lane long enough. So it's pretty good overall. Yeah, level 1, if we just skip it. He has a Shaco on his team. He doesn't lease for the Shaco, so he's already in lane. He's working with the minion wave right now. Some Aatrox players like to start in that top bush there, but it is very, very rare. Aatrox comes out of there. Takes passive hit. Most typically, you don't want to ever take passive hit there, but in this scenario, it's not really the worst. It's only more effective later down the line. YouXiaoYou's whole goal here is getting to level 2. He'll now walk with the Aatrox as he has Conqueror stacked. At the moment, he has 102 AD. 102 AD while doing this strat, by the way, is really, really good. You can take E-Start in this lane. I'm a big fan of E-Start because you can end up killing Aatrox level 2. But the only difference is you don't get pushed reliably. I mean, you actually can do a E-Start, I guess. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, you don't exactly need to go that unless you're playing a style like Ignite. I mean, you don't even need Ignite. All in all, I think it doesn't really matter, to be honest. You can kill him both ways, There's definitely multiple ways you can kill the Aatrox. EQ's a good way to, push in waves faster, especially after you kill the Aatrox too. Obviously, W start doesn't hurt either. Yeah, it's really interesting he killed him that way. It's really rare to kill Aatrox like that with EQ start, so you got, a perfect fight off there as well. Really well played of him. So right now in this situation, as Aatrox pushing the wave, he does want him to push towards his tower. He has Shaco near topside. He'll try to Q him here. He's in a really awkward situation because he does need this gank if he's gonna back. And he is staying for pickaxe. EQ auto attack there. He's trying to build Fury for his Empowered W. Gets the Empowered W there. Ends up getting the kill. And Shaco gets the kill too, which is even better in my opinion because Shaco can snowball the map and use that to his advantage. He now hit this minion and he's going to stay for an even like extra wave. YouXiaoYou is getting so much gold at the moment, just from the start alone. Now, in another game where your jungle's not there, you could just TP and like... So what I want to explain to is if you didn't have jungle here and you have wave pushing back, you can just like back under tower and then TP back to lane and the wave will like be under your tower and then you can just like fight Aatrox with your item lead. The only difference is you wouldn't get pickaxe, so it's kind of like up to you if you want to stay for the wave and get pickaxe, which is a really big buy, or simply just like back and then maybe go into longswords or something like that and TP back to lane. And you can go Eclipse. Eclipse is a pretty good item for this like style of matchup too. Right now, 3 minutes 40, he backs on 1,200. Really gigantic power spike right now that he just gained as well. Crashed another wave in there, buys Iron Spike Whip, goes towards the lane. In terms of elo too, guys, I believe this is like the super server, or it's like... I think it's like an alt account, but it's like diamond into master's range. And I believe he's boosting one of his viewers too, as he's making this video. Yeah, regardless of what server it is, it's still relatively, you know, pretty good elo that a lot of people, like, obviously can't play into. Yeah, YouXiaoYou makes everyone look pretty bad, to be honest, as well. So it's not even like just elo if it looks like really easy. Jeez, this trade is heavy though. This trade is so heavy. Oh my god. 150 AD with Conqueror though. Crazy. Crazy. Let's go and watch that again. So at this point, the wave is met in the middle. There's two cannons here. He has 0 Fury. Like, he can literally just one-shot with Whip. Whip at this stage is really crazy, by the way. So just check this out, right? So you can zone him from minions here. He's waiting him to throw Q. As soon as Aatrox throws Q, Renekton can E and land on top of him. And now, as long as he micros out of the third Q, or like in a way of like dodging the damage, he doesn't have to care about the first two. But instead, he just Qs for bomb playing, starts autoing, E's for Fury, auto W, auto again, Whip as well to clean the wave and hit, auto E, back into this way. As W now, his Q comes back up and just kills him like that. Completely destroys the Aatrox there. Aatrox has no way of doing anything. He didn't have Q up either, so he just abused him when he didn't have it out, like have the Q up, and he just like punished him that way, and now he can't do anything. So at this stage, this game is over by the looks of it, because if Aatrox has already died 3 times at like before 5 minutes, it's really rough. And now he can just proxy here. He has Whip as well to help him even better. Whip is a really good snowball in item 2 because he can just like insta clear waves. Gets cancelled there, but it's fine. He just W's towards the end because you can't like proc it off like additional stuff. He'll start running down the Aatrox here. Gets out of tower range. He's waiting for W here. Very ambitious. Personally, I think I would have inted without my W there. This just goes to show like how good YouXiaoYou knows like his damage with Conqueror. I'm also a fan of going PTA mainly with the E and W start strategy. So with Conqueror, the inverse way of doing that is like just going Q and like going E level 2 like he did, and you can kill him that way. But I know you can also E start with Conqueror. Like, it really doesn't matter. Depends on whatever your preference is. So here you go, CDR boots. CDR is really good here because he's not really getting a lot till his second item. So just picking these up is just going to give him more dashes. It's like 11 seconds right now, his E dash as well. So it's pretty good. He has 3 points in Q. Will he go W max or will he go E max? I wonder. Let's find out. I think for me, I would still go W max because into melee matchups, it's a really gigantic difference. And when you are fed as well and you're just snowballing completely like hard, you like having that like more W's up too is going to be even more crazier too. So he goes in here, goes back in, goes for a W, whip, auto combo. Just complete bullying. Like, if you guys want to learn how to bully your matchups, like your melee lanes, just watch YouXiaoYou. I think his best matchups are really into these like 50-50 and like hard snowballing matchups. Because like, look at this. It's just absolutely disgusting what he's doing right now. There's just nothing Aatrox can do. Like, what can he do? The jungler is level 4. How's the jungle going to help there? He literally crashes wave back in here. If Kha'Zix comes to like catch the wave, he does one-shots of ultimate coming up. And if I'm YouXiaoYou, I'm like hard denying the CS. I'll get plating. And then I'll let all these minions die. And right now he's going to do that. He's actually checking for jungle camps here. I would have cleaned wave, but this is certainly fine. This is not bad what he's doing though. Think how tilting this must be for the jungle. The enemy top is already 4-0-1. At 7 minutes, he comes down, steals walls, which is delaying your jungle item to get a better smite. Delaying your XP when you're level 4. At 7 minutes, while Shaco's level 6, like, it is so frustrating and tilting. And I can tell you that as a jungle player as well, you know? So right now, you're mentally in the jungle's head, and the jungle is perma-flaming Aatrox. And this region, I'm sure is... I think it's known to be very toxic. I don't know if it's toxic than Korea or US, but it's definitely not, like, the best. But regardless, he shoved that in, he got a good back timer, and now he comes into this, like, gigantic wave as well. And he could just freeze. Look, Aatrox is backing right now because he just conceded. He's like, well, fuck me. I can't do anything here. Instead, YouXiaoYou's playing more aggressive. He wants to just play really exciting here. He wants to just dive. Blue buff's up. I wonder what he's waiting for. I think they know the Shaco's on Herald, so he's just waiting to, like, roam down. Takes this. Takes another plate. 4 plates at 9 minutes. Like, absolutely insane, if you ask me. Like, I don't think I've... Like, I get games where I completely hard snowball against Aatrox, but this is just next level, in a way. It really is next level. Like, oh my god. He's really just going for tower here. I would rather CS deny more and get in the, like, opponent's head. Like, why not... Why not just, like, kill Aatrox and then sit between his turrets and just take every farm and deny him from golden XP, right? Maybe because I play from EU West, I have a bit of a different mindset, because the fact that everyone speaks, like, you know, or tries to speak English, and everyone's, like, different with their, like, mentality and mindsets. If you do this, like, type of stuff, like, people are just gonna tilt and run it down. Like, the amount of games that, where if I'm this fed and I do this strategy, nobody can do anything, and they all just run it down, AFK, or get flamed, and then it's, like, gigantic win because everyone else on their team is just giga tilting over one player. So it's always best to do the most mentally taxing strat. And I think in the future I'm going to do a video about this too, like the mental side of League and like how to abuse any players of it. By the way, so what I'll touch on that YouXiaoYou is doing, watch how he combos against Aatrox, right? This is very important. He has 30 Fury now. He's going to go in, EQ, auto attack, W right after. He gets hit by W. What do you do right now? You E to the side. You can E to the side or in front. But the best way of doing it is E in here because obviously you're not taking tower damage and you're not like in an overextended position. So he E's instantly out in this whole frame. This is a fast combo, by the way. It's a EQ, like a Q cancel, W into like E out, auto E out. He walks back in, perfect micro here. Autos, walks out. Really crazy. So if you guys want to like do combos, this is what you want to do. I'm going to show you again just in fast. Perfect combo, you know? Gets him low, has Fury built up, has ult, has the Demolish proc coming up. And just like that, Aatrox is just panicking now. Oh, I think we went on to the end of the VOD. We didn't see Aatrox die, but let's just say we did, like, he just died in that combo, which he basically did there. He got him and just walked down, pushed wave, and then here we are. Right now, he's going to TP mid lane, take towers. Just going to use his lead as much as possible here. Gets another kill, right? Gets another kill there. Absolutely crazy what he's doing right now. Insane. So at this point, I guess they're pushing down mid. Maybe they made him rage quit. I think he literally made him rage quit. Again, this is what I'm saying. Like, if you're this fed and you're doing these things, like, your laners are going to rage quit. Aatrox is nowhere to be seen right now. And after that, okay, there he is, his top lane. Yeah, I guess he just TP'd to force the tower because Vlad wasn't there originally, and then he just flash kill Kha'Zix and just gained even more gold. Like, if we check his gold right now, it must be insane compared to everyone else. Like, I wanted to tab and see Aatrox's items. 0-6 with played steel caps. Like, rough. Really rough. While Renekton has completed item, boots, and he's like nearly towards the Sojourn as well. Again, he's abusing the build like the last review video we did. Really great right now if you want to do it. I'm going to abuse it a lot more too within my own games when I can as well. Right now I'm playing more bulk Eclipse because I'm kind of enjoying it again too. Yeah, it's basically on preference, but you can rock this build into melee, range, like whoever you want to really. It's really versatile. Q's minions there for Fury, you know, just keeping his Fury up. Vlad's like in a bad position now, gets Stride Breakered, autos him down, auto Q. He has ult up here, he's just building Fury off minions because it's the closest thing to him. Ults, Aatrox decides to go for a hero play, forgetting that he's 0-7 now. Just dies once again. Aatrox is just, he just doesn't know what to do. And this happens a lot, by the way, in even Master Zelo, when people like lose top lane. And here's an example of just like another top laner completely running it when he's losing. So what do you do right now? You're perfect CS as Renekton. You have all these kills. How do you close out the game effectively? Well, you continue doing what you're doing. You take every resource possible. You take Scuttle Crabs, you take the enemy jungle, you push in waves, you get power spike items. You do absolutely everything that you can here. Dragon is up right now, so going to Dragon is going to be really important. The Ostar and the Dragon. Get every like macro objective possible too. Get the Dragon, get the Barons. That's what you want to do. So Aatrox has to group with his team, and same thing with YouXiaoYou, right? If YouXiaoYou comes here with this 2-item lead at 13 minutes, by the way, at a time where people barely even finished the first item, it's just going to be insane. Like, look, he's here right now. If his team follows up, he'll end up just, like, dominating this team fight. You gotta be careful with Ezreal Yuumi poke, though. He can do a lot of damage. And Vlad with a good ult in a fight is also pretty crazy. So he comes in here. Ends up dipping out because Shakra died. He's very selective. He's just waiting for the right moment. Which you can really tell, like, based on how Renekton players play. Like, how good they are. Stridebreaker Q's there, slows him so he can't continue following up. Unempowered W's first because he had cleanse. Might even get a pentakill here. Oh, I thought it'd be like by Renekton. Look how he's playing though. I definitely would have went in a lot deeper there. With a like getting Triumph out of runes and also having Conqueror. Like I feel like he could do that. I think he's a bit too safe there. Like again, he's a very safe player. He doesn't take as many risks as like other players would, you know. But this is why he's also so good, because he has his own playstyle that works, you know. And that's the beauty of it too. He's just humming there, you know. How loud is this even? Let's just turn like this. Yeah, I think in that fight, he definitely could have killed the Ezreal. Like, Ezreal had nothing. He has Flash. Being that he's, like, you know, been his highest challenge and all stuff like that, he's going to be a lot more selective how he uses his summoners, too. In that fight, though, I definitely think he could have got, like, 3 kills if he tried to. Maybe even, like, quadra killed. Kata ends up getting some kills here. He's now going to move down. Let me turn this back up, too, by the way. Don't want to get copyrighted, though. Gets Herald again. Like the last video when we saw him get Herald, like when he's super far ahead, he's just going to take everything he can get, right? If Renekton has this gigantic CS lead and all this like resources, Renekton's just going to be completely unstoppable. Renekton's already pretty unkillable. Wait till he gets a Aatrox gauge. What's the enemy even going to do then? Like, there's nothing they can do. Aatrox is useless. Oh, he's going Gargoyle right now. Is it Gargoyle? Huh, Abyssal Mask? Could be. The Negatron's interesting. So it could either be Force of Nature or it could be Abyssal Mask. Abyssal Mask is pretty good with the Katarina pick. However, it's the only source of AP here on the team. Wouldn't say it's entirely always worth building for one person unless they're like Giga carrying. But regardless, it's always a cheap item. It's always a cheap power spike. And Renekton loves those cheap power spikes. You want to end the games as fast as possible. And getting these like types of items that are going to help you achieve that. And like help you win conditions that like you have on your team and stuff like that. It's going to be very impactful. He's level 9, by the way. To level 13 Renekton. So he pushes in. He hasn't got W because he uses like a auto reset. Also, by ability maxing too, he did go full points in Q and E. It's mainly because like he gets to keep perma like focusing on So he does it so he can perma stick onto people, and he has a lot of Q, a lot of damage as well for his EQs. It's not the worst thing. Bit of a shame though. Definitely bit off a bit more of his that he could chew. I think he could just eat over the wall too, but maybe the flash was always necessary. Herald's here. Aatrox cluelessly walking in out of tilt once again. Just gonna take tower at this point. Ezreal is probably dead now by Katarina. That's just how it is as soon as they're on the screen. Yeah, it looks like they're going to end now. Kha'Zix is around. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Look at his CS. Look at this gameplay, by the way. This gameplay is like as perfect as you're going to see for a Renekton lane into a matchup like this. The only thing that he's possibly done wrong was the mid fight, like in terms of like how he could have played. But you know, other than that, it's just complete stomp. It's complete textbook perfect Renekton gameplay. So what should he do now, in my opinion? Like if I'm in his shoes. I'm probably going to go towards top lane here because bot lane and Ib's already down. Mid lane, well, I want my team over there. I want to be alone. You could get a hull breaker in a game like this. You could just split push, but I think it's a bit redundant considering that you're going to be grouping a lot more this time in the game. Yeah, Baron coming up in 2 minutes as well. Well, less than 2 minutes actually. So being able to get all like your items to team fight, like a Aatrox, Black Cleaver possibly. Maybe even other power spike items. I think it's going to be like pretty important for that. I guess the main reason he bought the Negatron cloak was because of the Vladimir, by the way. Which is fair because Vladimir does do a lot of damage. And Negatron is a really broken component. Like 50 MR for 900 gold. No brainer really, you know? Really no brainer item. So you can just sit on that and then go like whatever else you want. YouXiaoYou's going Death Stance here because he's just going to be even more unkillable. All the additional healing too you'll get and like converting enemy damage into bleed. It's like really good. And if you just get that kill, which you will do, he just heals it all back up, you know? And prevents that damage. Jesus. One auto attack from Renekton nearly killed Yumi. Nearly just decapitated the cat completely. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Look how smooth this looked, by the way. So he's applying pressure here. He's waiting for his team to come. He goes for EQ. He's out of that one. He has E again in a few seconds, by the way. Like, maxing E in this game is also good because the enemy had a lot of mobility. Aatrox E's, even his ult, like for moon speed. Ezreal E. Vlad gained moon speed out of his like Q as well. Maybe a phase rush if he has that. There's just a lot of ways like the enemy can get away. So having those points in the E comes in really clutch here to escape. And he just gets out like this, you know? Really nice clean play. Then he gets the kills there. And now he recalls and goes after Vladimir. Vladimir is actually pretty farmed as well. He's level 13 here. I wonder what his score is. Has Death Stance right now. YouXiaoYou's builds, by the way, are so good. I have to say that, by the way. Like, he's really, really good at being, like, very versatile with what he builds. He's going to walk after him now. He's going to wait for the pull before he W's. Otherwise, Renekton gets briefly stunned in the animation. So he doesn't wait. Like, he doesn't do that. He just, like, sits and waits on the pull. It's like a 5-second E cooldown, by the way, at 20 minutes. It's like playing Earth Renekton. Like, this is why Renekton's really good later on the game, by the way, because his cooldowns become so low with the E buff, and even the Q buff as well, over a year ago. So they take 2 inhibs. Team is throwing a little bit. Vladimir is really pulling his weight here. You know, he's unleashing his he's in Elite 500. YouXiaoYou also ping Baron. Like I told you guys in the other game, at this point, when you're taking all this stuff, you can just go Baron for a safe end, you know? And it's, like, not really, you know, alien towards YouXiaoYou to take those, like, situations. Because Shaco died, he's going to go towards Dragon now because it's a certainty that he can get it. Just doing the red buff, denying enemies getting it. Also giving himself, like, you know, extra bit of stats in terms of the burn and stuff. Taking every camp possible. When you're this far ahead, you want to just be doing everything in your path to get everything you can get. Now he goes to wave. He's getting ready to push in. Maybe he's going to catch someone. Vladimir's here. He has W ready. Slows first. Damn, he doesn't do damage though, does he? Crazy. Now, maybe it's because, like, I'm used to seeing Bork, but then again, he did use, like, 1,000 damage worth there. But if you had Bork, you would have one-shot. That's how crazy Black Rune King can be, though. Right now, he's applying pressure just so, like, his team can get Baron. He's making sure the enemy's all preoccupied bot side because he's trying to, like, pretend to go in for a fight. He's still hanging around here. I think he wants to finish the Negatron. Stride breaker there. RW combo into double E. He's playing back. Like, the thing is, you don't need to kill on Renekton. In this scenario alone, Vladimir, like, is forced to back into Fountain. And that counts as 2 people, by the way, because Yumi's sitting on him. So if you have 2 people going back to base, and then you have these 2 fending off the wave, it can give Renekton time to even, like, push into tower, and, like, your minions start doing damage, like, over here as well. So whatever he's doing here is really fine, by the way. Like, you don't have to kill here. Like, look. Like I'm saying, right? Aatrox is still here trying to push the wave. Ezreal's now left in this situation to defend. And now the wave crashes in because they forced the Vlad and Yuumi to back. And they just tried to end the game here. Just off that alone, you know? Oh my god, he dies again. Oh, he dies again, poor Aatrox. This must be his 10th death, right? 11th death. Oh my god. Guy is getting some threats, let's say, this game. Absolutely crazy, though. Absolutely crazy game YouXiaoYou played. Just casually smurfing, you know, in Diamond to Master Zelo on this account he's playing on. Absolutely crazy. Let's see. Where does he finish? So he's D2 here. Okay. But yeah, guys, that is practically the video. So overall, I think he played a really solid Aatrox matchup, and he's tried some things that I want to do too. I definitely want to try, like, Q-start with Conqueror and just walk him down like that and just play that style. So I'm definitely going to look for that as well, like, when I play against an Aatrox lane next. But with all that being said, though, like, I think it's a really fun and entertaining game. There's a lot of things he did there. He farmed into an absolute beast. He, you know, he played really safe. He did really calculated, you know, all-ins. Like, he always played off his, like, Fury. Like, he's positioning, like, really well. Going for really perfect trading combos. Like, there's just a lot of great things he did there. And if you want to really, like, learn this matchup, just study this again. Study every little thing he does, every little movement, every little combo, the way he plays his Fury, his builds, and I will guarantee you'll play, like, at his level like this. But yeah, guys, with all that being said, though, that is the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching today. If you liked, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to comment, too, if you want to see more. Give me some players you want me to spectate, too. I'm definitely done spectating YouXiaoYou for a little bit now, so in the next video, we're going to be spectating Mr. 3-in-1 Warrior, because I know he has a lot of strats for me. So, yeah, if you guys are excited for that, make sure to leave in the comments below, and make sure to sub too. If you guys really enjoyed the video, make sure to sub. I've been uploading every single day recently, so if you want to continue seeing that, you know, keep doing that. Motivate me. With all that being said, guys, have a great day and thank you for watching. Goodbye.